we're gonna mount a live camera inside the fish tank.
Oh, look at those catfish.
Oh, oh my goodness. He's now the king of the tank. Get out of here, girl. Oh, there he goes. You guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm out at the mountain fishing farm with the animals and the turkeys right there yelling at us. And today I've got a special one for you guys. We are finally going to build the fish farm. I've been meaning to do a fish farm video for you guys for a long time now. The thing is that I've learned a lot about farming fish since I first started with this outdoor farm right here. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I've had a lot of challenges with farming fish and some successes. So I'm gonna explain to you guys kind of what happened, why I abandoned this fish farm site number 1, and why we're moving the fish farm indoors now. And we gotta just come in here and say hi to the turkey real quick. He keeps saying hi to you guys. There he goes again. And he wants to show off his new feathers to you. Look at that. Look at that. You are so pretty, mister. I'm pretty sure that that one right there is a female, so I should have one turkey tom and a female, so hopefully they can start a turkey family out here at the farm. But look at how beautiful he is. And he is showing off those feathers. She is very impressed by it. Anyone want a snack? Oh, it's Miss Frizzle. Hi, Miss Frizzle. Look at her. You can see right here, honey locust that I planted. I planted a bunch more trees over by the other chickens, planted some trees down by the goats, just trying to get some more shade. We've also had quite a few wildfires out here. As you can see, the entire valley is smoked in right now. I can barely see the other side of the valley right there. I can actually smell the smoke. Now I'm just gonna show you guys what the first fish farm setup out here was, what the challenges were, and why we're now moving it into the shop. I've got the fish up in my garage right now in some smaller tanks. And once we finish the farm down here in the shop, we're gonna move those fish together into the shop. So when I first started the fish farm last year, I purchased 4 of these big food grade 175 gallon IBC totes. I built a little foundation for them right here so that they would sit nice and solid, because once they're full of water, they get very heavy. Ever since being a little kid, I've just always wanted to do stuff like this with fish farming. I've always enjoyed like fish tanks, and my dad had a fish tank. I used to always collect like little salamanders and dragonfly larvae and stuff back in the woods in Germany when I was just a little guy. And we'd put them into fish tanks together and feed them and just observe them and grow them and stuff. So that's one of the first things I wanted to do out here at the mountain fishing farm, is build my own fish farm so that I can raise fish here, both for me to eat and also to stock my soon-to-be ponds. Something you'll see a lot in like fish farming videos across YouTube is that people will go out and catch fish in their local waters, like in Florida and stuff, and then they'll bring those fish home and put them into pools and fish tanks and stuff like that. Up here in the Northwest where I'm at, we can't do any of that. The regulations are extremely strict. So what I had to do was I had to order my fish online. Like they got shipped, like overnight shipped to the farm out here. I ordered catfish and bluegills. You can see I just cut the tops off like that, made like a little viewing window. I then built these 5-gallon River Rock bio water filters right here. The way this water filter works is that the dirty water comes from the pump down into the filter. There's a bottom chamber down here inside the filter with a filtering membrane made of natural cotton. From there, the water is going to rise through the filter and all of this River Rock, which has beneficial bacteria on that, nitrifying bacteria that can break down the fish waste and make it less toxic for the fish. Now this little pool down here was going to be a small koi pond. I had a whole water system even installed out here. This whole thing was going to be really sweet. Everything was going really good for probably a couple of weeks or so. The fish got used to their tanks, they started eating, and then things just got kind of murky. By murky, I mean like quite literally. You can't see it right now because there's obviously no water in here right now, but because of the intense sun that we get out here, and these IBC tanks being transparent and just right out in the bright sunlight, they got absolutely overwhelmed by algae blooms. Basically, I couldn't see the fish in here at all. Oh man, I just noticed there's a bunch of mosquito larvae down there. No wonder I've been itching lately. The bugs have been biting me and now I know where they're coming from. I'm breeding mosquitoes here. It's a mosquito farm. Oh, great. And no matter how many water changes I did, I could not get rid of the algae. Even like on my chicken water, I have to change out the water every single day because algae starts growing in it otherwise. Another problem that I ran into over here was that mice kept falling into this pool down here and they kept drowning by the fish, and I felt bad for the mice. I had to end up building like a ramp down there so that the mice could crawl out. And out here we get extreme windstorms, dust storms. The weather can go down to -18 Fahrenheit in the winter and up to 115 or 120 Fahrenheit in the summer. So really in the end, what made the outdoor fish farm fail and why we are going to go into the shop now, where I'm going to show you the new fish farm where we're going to move the surviving fish over to their new home. What made it fail is just dealing with those weather extremes. I thought I was going to be able to heat those tanks to keep them from freezing throughout the winter, but I was absolutely wrong, and I was not able to keep the tanks from freezing, so I had to emergency move all of the fish into my garage. I had to kind of come to terms with how little I knew at the time about fish farming. I kind of just rushed into the whole thing and figured, since I have goats, which the goats are arriving from a pasture meal right now, but since I've got like 13 goats, a bunch of chickens, turkeys, ducks, dogs, I kind of figured how hard can it be to raise some fish. So that's kind of why I thought it's important to also share kind of the failures when it comes to some of the stuff with you guys, just in case someone else is looking to maybe do something like that, like farm some fish, or even just have an aquarium with a goldfish or something, is understand that fish, you have to be really proactive with them, and you have to kind of think ahead, because unlike a goat or a dog or even a chicken, they can't communicate to us that they're not feeling well. All right, but that's enough talking about this whole thing. Let's go ahead and get into the shop and show you guys the new fish farm. Oh man, I can't wait to show you guys this. This is gonna be absolutely epic. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening in here. Okay, in the shop, it's a little bit of a mess in here. The counters are full of projects right now. Over here, this is super exciting. We'll come back to this. This is an underwater camera that I'm building. You can see the little camera unit right there, some lights. It's gonna be a wired unit with 200 feet of wire, at least this one right here, so that we can mount this inside the pond so that we can watch the fish live in the pond on a monitor that I've got back there. But let me just show you real quick where the fish are gonna go. Now, a lot of you guys have already seen this pool right here behind me. I put that in here originally to be able to test my fishing lures that I make, just to see like how good the blades spin and make sure that they're a good lure, so I don't have to like drive all the way to the lake and just to test out a lure. I can just do it right down here in the shop. I've also got a couple of bobbers that have been floating in here, and they've literally been floating in there for a month and a half now, nonstop. And I don't think anyone out there fishing is gonna be like fishing their bobbers for a month and a half straight without going home and having like a meal. So I think they're okay. I think we can probably end, we're gonna end our floating test today. Today is the day we're done. These ones aren't painted. I just wanted to like know if they would eventually waterlog and sink or something, but they were good. We can retire these little guys. They're not going in the trash. These are important prototypes. Oh, look at this right over here. Salmon fishing gear. Another thing I've been working on here lately, guys. We're gonna go salmon fishing this year. We got the bobber rod. Oh my goodness. It has been a long time since I've used any of this. I've seen in the comments, you guys want to see some salmon fishing. And I think the problem was with salmon fishing, I used to do so much salmon fishing that I kind of burnt out on it. I know that sounds really weird, that I burnt out on salmon fishing and just did a lot of trout fishing, but I haven't salmon fished now in probably about 3 or 4 years. So I'm really craving eating some salmon, and I want to get some juicy bobber down on some salmon. So we're going to do that probably in one of the next episodes. Actually, I'm going to head over to the west side and hit up the rivers there, and we're going to catch some salmon. It's supposed to be a really good salmon run this year up here in the Northwest, so I cannot wait to catch me some fresh fish. But every time I looked at this lure testing pool in the shop here, a little voice inside me kept saying, put fish in here. Put fish in here. So finally, the whole idea came together. The surviving fish that I have from the outdoor fish farm have been in my garage all summer, and they've been super happy. No algae blooms at all. I've been able to regulate the water temperatures. There's definitely no mice inside the garage falling into the fish tanks. Wonder how Gus is doing. Gotcha. So it finally hit me. I had to give up on the outdoor fish farm idea and just simply do it indoors. I already had the pool in here. I already have a pool, 1,000 gallons of beautiful fresh water that had been in here for months, all summer, and never got algae in it. The water temperature is really nice. Right now it is 70 degrees currently, which is perfect for bluegills and catfish. Now check this out right over here. I made a little like a diagram over here of the backside of the shop. We're gonna totally restructure the shop, probably over several episodes, and build the best DIY fish farm. This baby right here is the pool right there, and next to the pool I already marked out kind of a circle on the ground where a 350 gallon stock tank that I bought yesterday. We're gonna bring that in here, fill that with water. That's where the catfish and one of the bluegills are gonna go. And then this big boy right over here, we're gonna fill with trout. And what's that TV for back there? Remember that live camera that I showed you guys? We're gonna mount a live camera inside the fish tank so that we can watch the trout, and probably put one in with the catfish as well, just so that we can monitor the fish's health right up there on a screen. If I'm in here in the shop working on something, I can always peek over and just see how the fish are doing. I'm also gonna place a couple of cameras down into the pond when that's finally done. I'm probably not gonna have the pond done this year. I was hoping I'd have it done in 2025. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna have fish inside the shop growing so that they can be giant trout by next year that we could plant into our own pond. Originally, I was gonna put the catfish into this pool right here, so I prepped it with a little pump just to get some circulation going. So this water right here is ready to go for fish. It's just the perfect temperature. It's fresh water from my well, so there's no chlorine or anything I need to worry about. Plus, one of my favorite things about this is like when I'm down here in the shop, like making fishing lures, I get to hear a trickle of water while I'm in here. All right, first things first, we got to get that other water tank in here. Look at this baby. It's a huge tank. 6 foot wide and 2 feet deep. This baby right here is going to hold 350 gallons of water for the catfish. That's amazing. Right now they're in a small, like a 40 gallon setup, so they're going to be really happy to get into there. And check this out. I found a free source of food grade organically used food grade 55 gallon drum. So I'll be able to use some of those maybe for like water filters and stuff like that as well, or even some projects down at the Target range. We can build like some little barricades or stuff like that with these. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any really cool ideas for free 55 gallon drums. This is just one of the long list of really random side quests that I've been on lately. It didn't fit through that door right there. There's a shelf in the way, so we had to go through the front. But this looks nice. This is really nice. This is kind of the position it's going to be in right here. Now, I just noticed there's a plug down here. I probably want that plug facing the back here, like the door, just in case we had to channel out some water. I really hope that that's watertight. Only one way to find out. One of the most important things that you want to avoid when you're transferring fish from one tank to another is that they go through a temperature shock. So from like warm water to cold water, or cold water to really warm water. So if I just fill this right here with fresh well water, it'll be way too cold for the catfish. So what we're just going to do is siphon off some of this water here that's ready to go. And that way it'll be so much easier for those catfish to adjust to their new home. Yummy shop pool water. Okay, that's going really, really slow. So I just grabbed a 5 gallon bucket and cleaned it out real quick. We're just gonna like help out a little bit. We're gonna transfer some water over. Whew, man, that was a workout. I wasn't counting how many buckets that was, but it was a lot. Oh, who needs a gym if you could have a fish farm? Yeah, I think this hose maybe did like 1 or 2 buckets worth. Now, of course, this baby here, we pulled out a bunch of water, so I'm just gonna refill the pool over here. And that'll actually be perfect to bring the temperature of this pool down a bit, because trout want temperatures under 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Houston, we have a problem. We definitely have a little bit of a leak down here. Oh, that made it leak more. It's leaking more the tighter I go. What? Why? Whew. All right, I think we're good. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that though. We are in my garage. It's a jungle and a total mess in here. But what I want to show you guys is this is the fish tank right here with one of the bluegills. You can see a couple of the catfish down there. Look at those guys. They've gotten really big. Channel catfish. They know something's up right now. Now this bluegill here, super nice little bluegill. They're both really nice, but part of the reason that I'm doing this video right now is that as of last week, this little bluegill in here, can't really see him. Where is he? Oh, he's hiding down there right now. He also knows something's up. But this guy right here started bullying this bluegill, so I had to separate them by putting this one in a net, so they're kind of together but not together. There he is, right back there. We're gonna need a name for this little bluegill. He's gonna live with the catfish. He's the naughty bluegill. This is the nice bluegill. Actually, this one's really cool. He eats from my hand. Like, I'll put food on my finger and he'll jump out of the water. The catfish, super chill. They're really nice. I've already got the catfish loaded into the truck, so we just need to get that bluegill down here into a 5-gallon bucket, bring him down there, and get him into his new home. All right, we're just gonna siphon some water out. There we go. Doing a little water change on the aquarium at the same time. There we go. Half a bucket should be plenty. All right, little guy. Oh, oh my goodness. Here, let's just get him in there really quick. There we go. Don't want to stress him any more than we have to. Man, look at him. He's already so happy. He never really messed with the catfish at all, so they don't really care. They're kind of impartial. But this guy, he's stoked. He's now the king of the tank. Really, the tank there, it's starting to get too small. So we just had to get that fish out. He was starting to get territorial. So what I'm gonna do now that these guys grew a lot is I'm gonna upgrade this tank to a larger tank to keep just a couple catfish. And I'd like to get a couple more bluegills in there just to see if maybe they could breed or something like that. That'd be really cool. Plus that way that one's not alone, but they are territorial. It's probably 2 males or something, and in such a tight space, they're just not getting along. So a bigger fish tank is gonna be one of the next projects too. We're actually just gonna move the catfish over in the same bucket as the bluegill. Look at those little guys. This guy here, that's the smallest of all the catfish. He's going to a new home where he can grow nice and big now. Oh, look at those catfish. Oh, look who's coming to check out the fish. Not today, girl, not today. That's Goldie. She's like one of the nicest chickens that I have, but I'm sure she'd gladly make a little snack out of one of those little fish. All right, nice and gentle with them. That's their filter that they were on already. I've got the aerators and the pump, everything ready to go. So let's go ahead and just bring those guys down to the shop. Oh man, guys, that smoke is just something else. I just smell smoke all the time. Kind of a weird feeling. Always worried that fire's gonna make it to the farm. All right. Oh no, we spilled some water. Spilled some water. Are they still all there? I should have put a lid on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 catfish and the bluegill. We're good. All right, you guys, come on. Oh my goodness, the pool almost overflowed. The pool almost overflowed. I didn't want that much water in there. I did not want to put this much water. It's full all the way to the top. Oh, get out of here, water. Oh, it sprayed me in the face. Oh man. This is a disaster, guys. A disaster as always. I'm so excited to get those fish into their new home. Oh, this is so cool. Guys, I know this is like such a different episode than what I usually do on the channel. I haven't even been out fishing in forever. Basically, I've just been in the shop, busy making bullet lures for you guys, trying to keep up with demand. I did come up with some ways that I can make them a lot faster now. So I kind of streamlined the process, but that'll be for another video. Don't really want to talk about that. Been working on my new company a lot, really excited about it. But it's some of the busiest that I've ever been in my life. Today, I just want to catch up with you guys, have some fun here. And this weird fish farming thing, I just realized, like, I don't know, I just kind of always wanted to do a video when it's all done. But I figured why not, instead of showing the finished product, just kind of bring you guys along for the process of this whole thing. So it's just not perfect yet. There's just so much that's still going to change and so much I still want to do. But this way we can just do it together. The catfish are nice and calm. The bluegill, he looks a little concerned. So what I want to do is just, we can get this bucket in here. It's going to want to tip over though. We just grab one of these boards right here. There we go. So what those fish are doing right there is they're acclimating temperature-wise to that water. We're going to try and give them as much time in there as possible while we set up the rest of the tank. That way the temperatures in the bucket and the tank can even out. Like I said, it's only a few degrees of a difference, so they could probably just plunge right in there, but I just want to minimize the stress as much as possible on these little guys. So this guy right here is our water pump, and this is an air pump, and I've got a couple of diffuser stones right here. One of them we're just going to throw in here to start aerating. That way we can just get lots of oxygen into this water. And it's a dual stone setup, so we'll throw the second one into the bucket there. That way they've got plenty of oxygen while they wait and acclimate. All right, so we're just gonna clean up this filter here because this baby has been running very successfully for quite a while now. It's been running for probably half a year without me cleaning this guy out, so I'm very curious to see just how much biomass has been captured by this filter. And we're just gonna rinse off the pump here as well, because I'm sure it's, oh yeah, it's just full of all kinds of muck in there. Let's dump as much of this water here as we can. Ooh, yeah, nice and dirty. All right, now we might think that this here is just nasty waste, but the cool thing is that the fish wastewater is perfect food for the plant. So I brought it down here to the aspen tree grove that I planted. It's grown wonderfully so far. And if we add all this dirty fish water down here to these trees, they're gonna just grow that much faster. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of spread this out here. Why not give a little bit to these pines here as well? Oh yeah. Hello, goats. Hi, Bullet. Hi, Bobber. What's going on, buddy? Ooh, Bobber, dude, you've got some food in your mouth. You've been munching, man. Brownie's doing good. Rainbow, what are you doing, girl? Huh? Mama? What's going on, beautiful? Hey, Rainbow. And the goats are just absolutely loving life lately, eating down on the pasture, and they're getting lots of leftovers from the vegetable garden as well as fallen apples from the tree right there. All right, goats, you have a great night. We still got to do some work over here with the fish. Goldie, what are you doing down here again, girl? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, that's a GoPro battery. My GoPro's almost dead. I gotta swap the battery What are you doing, girl? No, don't eat the battery. Silly chicken. Check this out. This down here was like a large cotton cloth that separated just the chamber down there where the water comes in. Then this cotton cloth was catching all the debris. As you can see, it's super nasty and did its job. Now we don't want to completely clean it out. We want to keep a lot of those beneficial bacteria in there. This is the cotton material that I'm using for the filter. I think I just got the stuff at Walmart. Right here, it's just like sheets of cotton. And I think we're gonna need probably about half of this right here. Oh my goodness. Goldie, what are you doing in the shop? Get out of here, girl. Get out of here. I know. Come here. There you go. She loves coming into the shop, but the problem is every time she comes in here, within just a few minutes, she takes a poop on my floor in the shop, and I don't want anyone pooping in my shop. I cut just a little hole right there. Then this cotton just slips right over that pipe right there. Ooh, man. Guys, it's getting dark out here. Beautiful sunset, actually. It's just a very bit of a haze, a mysterious haze with that wildfire smoke out there. This type of filter, by the way, it's kind of a hybrid bog filter. It's one of the simplest and most effective filters that you can build. And there we go, just ran that filter until the water came out pretty much clear. So what we're just gonna do is temporarily set up the filter right up on top of here. Just make sure that's nice and stable. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. But the goal is, as these fish grow larger, they're gonna need a bigger bog filter than this right here. So I'm gonna convert this drum right here into a filter. And that's probably the same system that we're gonna use for those big trout there. Is a large 55-gallon drum, so it'll be 10 times the filtering capacity than this little guy can do right here. Check on our little fish here. Yep, they're all doing pretty good. Bluegill, oh yeah, man, he went from bully to being the one in the corner. You guys see how fast that goes? Oh, bullies beware. All right, get our nice and clean pump. And you guys, I'm so excited to see these fish swim out into their new home here. I've been looking forward to this day here for a long time. All right, our pump is ready to go, so we can lower that. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Okay, come on, baby. Here we go, yeah. Look at that, we got water flow. Now that's a strong and healthy stream right there, putting lots of oxygen into the water. All right, this air stone can go down into the tank here as well. These guys all look really, really good. Temperature of the water should be just about the same. We're gonna mix the water a little bit. There we go, let's just see if they want to swim up. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, he's brave, he's the first one. Whoa, oh, he's fast. He's out of here. There he is, he did a full lap. He did a full lap, he's back by the bucket. All right, let's see if anyone else wants to come out. Wow, there's a big catfish in there. Ooh, that's one of the big ones. Big one and a little one just went in. Just gonna angle it down. The catfish seem to like to go downhill. There we go, oh, that's the big one. That's the big catfish. Guys, we need a name for the big one right there. Right there, drop it in the comments. Name for the giant catfish. And then, like I said earlier, we're gonna need a name for this bluegill right here. Like I said, this guy eats from your hand. He'll jump out of the water to eat food from your hands. Absolutely amazing. Still got one catfish, smaller catfish in there, as well as the bluegill. Just kind of want him to be able to swim in there. He's a little shy. He's just kind of hiding in there. Look at that. Come on, buddy. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bluegill in the tank. This guy's looking for his buddies. You can actually see the rest of the catfish, the other four, they're all hanging out together over there. Catfish, they are like social fish. They usually like to cluster up in big balls of catfish, and they just feel more comfortable that way. Where's our bluegill? Oh, I think the bluegill, he's right there in the water dropping. Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. There's the bluegill. Right there. Right there. The lighter colored fish. Oh, there he is. I'm actually going to order a new batch of bluegills. Of course, they're going to be a lot smaller than that one right there. So I'm going to bring in those 2 IBC totes back there. Probably position them in the corner of the shop. This is kind of where they're going to belong, as those are the IBC totes for the baby fish so that we can raise them in there. Like I said, the pool right there is going to be for the trout. And then this stock tank here is for the larger catfish and bluegills. And of course, any of the fish, when they get bigger from the IBCs or from the trout ponds, they're going to go down into the pond where we can catch them and cook them. And this here is going to be a lightly stocked fish, like shop aquarium, a large shop aquarium with river rock in the bottom. We'll probably put in some plants, a couple of shelters for the fish to hide in so that they're as comfortable as possible and kind of in their natural habitat. Ooh, it's dark out here. All right, it's the next morning. I'm heading down to the shop to see if the fish made it through the night. I brought a little bit of some fish food along too, to see if they want to eat a little snack, their first meal in the new tank. It's a beautiful day out today. It rained pretty much all morning. I've just been inside editing the whole episode. Man, look at the sky. Absolutely beautiful. The rain cleared up all of that smoke, so I can finally see and breathe out here again. They're swimming around in there. I just saw a couple of them darting through the water over there. Oh, there they are. There they are. They all look okay. They're just hiding underneath the filter there. Oh, there they go. There's 4 of the catfish. 4 of the catfish out there. Oh, that's so cool. They're doing great. I don't know why I was even worried about it. I mean, the water conditions are just perfect for them. It looks like the little bluegill, he's actually coming up. He's a little curious, like he wants to eat something. All right, let's just see if they eat some food. If they do, then that means that they took to their new home really well. All right, got just a little pinch of their food right here. Just gonna put it in the water so it sinks down to them. Oh, the bluegill, he's looking at it. He's looking. Oh, the bluegill just came out and, oh, he's eating. He's eating. There come the catfish. Look at them. Look at them all. They're eating. Here, let's go ahead and throw in some more. The bluegill, he's still a little bit shy. I think he's just a little confused right now about what happened last night. So we're gonna have to regain the bluegill's trust. Man, I'm super happy to see that the fish are eating down there. That means that our fish transplant was a success and we officially have an indoor fish farm. And I'll keep you guys updated on any improvements that we make in here, as well as fish additions. I cannot wait to get those trout in here, and we're actually gonna have to drive to the trout hatchery and pick up a load of trout with the truck and bring them here ourselves. So of course, feel free to subscribe, that way you don't miss all of those updates, as well as the next few episodes are just gonna be you and me fishing. We're still due for at least one more epic mountain trout fishing adventure before winter kicks in. And like I said, we're gonna be out salmon fishing. So let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for the fish farm. And that's all I got for you guys though in this episode. So remember, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you all very soon for the next fishing adventure. Until then, you all know it, fish on, baby.